My name is James Bell. This segment of our discussion will turn to a trial by jury in a criminal case. What happens is people who are registered to vote are drawn to the courthouse by a summons. That is called the jury pool. Lawyers call it the venire, V-E-N-I-R-E. It just means a conglomeration of people that were summoned to discharge their responsibilities as citizens of the state in which you're a resident or the federal district in which you're a citizen. And you're summoned to be chosen, possibly to sit in on a criminal case brought by the government or the state against a person who is called the defendant or the accused. Now, most lawyers call it picking a jury. The trial lawyers, like myself, tend to strike a jury. That is, we eliminate those from the panel that we do not believe would be as receptive to our theory of defense as others would be. So, for example, if you have a case where the defendant and some of the witnesses were involved in activities involving alcohol, you certainly wouldn't want the president of the Women's Temperance Unit sitting on the panel, because her preconceived values and notions would be such to be biased against the person on trial. There are two ways a jury can be excluded. One is for cause, which is legal cause, and another one is because of a challenge by either the prosecution or by the defense. The prosecution and the defense have a limited number of challenges to exclude potential jurors. So, and it varies from federal court to state court, jurisdiction, but they're controlled by the federal or Tennessee rules or whatever state you're in of procedure. So, a jury's called in, the citizen is sworn, all you guys are sworn, the jurors are sworn. You're brought into the courtroom, you'll be sitting there, there'll be a judge, a fella or woman in a black robe, there'll be a court reporter, of course there'll be court officers and uniformed bailiffs to attend to your needs and the needs of the court personnel. There'll be deputy clerks, there'll be the lawyers and their assistants, there'll be the prosecution and their prosecuting witness, who is the person that is assisting them in their case. And then behind the inner circle, which is called the bar, you have this where the spectators can sit. Since it's a public trial and the Constitution guarantees a public trial, that's where those spectators or onlookers will watch. I've been trying cases in these communities for 45 years. Early on in my career, I recall a number of individuals who would just sit around all day and watch jury trials. We don't have those individuals anymore. For one thing, we don't have that many trials. But for another thing, people have other ways of getting their entertainment. So a lot of times in a criminal case, there's not a lot of onlookers unless there's a sensational case on trial where there's a kidnapping, rape, murder, pillage, plunder, someone's dead, an arson. But you get a vanilla theft case, there's not a whole lot of interest or publicity. So the jurors, or prospective jurors, are put in the box. Normally there will be 12 in a box plus 2 or 3 or 4 more. That is the venire. Now, what happens is the lawyers will strike from that box and those extras, and if there's 12 left over, that will be the jury's, or 14 left over, 2 of them will be chosen at random as the alternate. That is the first phase of the trial. In the other segment, we will talk about the other portions of the trial. If you have any questions or comments, please give us a call at 865-637-2900. Our webpage is www.jamesahmail.com. Thank you and have a great day.